amaphepha asendlini ngoba uyabona sengigugile mntana.
As the medical report is placed in his hands, Hangani Dube is taken back to 6 May 2021, the day an elephant attack changed his life. 5 years later, he says he has never been compensated. Unable to work as he once did, Dube now struggles to provide for his family. This is his story of life after survival.
Kathesi iyangilimaza angikompensatwa. Ngiyazihluphekela kuphela so. Labantwana abancane abaphakathi abasesikolweni engangikwenza kuqala kangisekukukwanisa ngoba njengoba uyangibona ukuhamba kwakho sakwanisa sokunga-affecta konke phansi ngale vele unyawo lakhona selu-useless lunje luyadinwa ngisebenzisa 1 inyawo.
Dube's story is not an isolated one. In his village, other families have also lost loved ones, livestock and livelihoods to wildlife. For communities living on the front line, these encounters are a painful reality.
Umakhelwana lapha yambulala lapha. Ntambama ephuma lapha wayithola duze lamizi. Yahle yambulala khonapho. Kuthiwa Elliot. Umuntu la.
Zimbabwe is home to one of Africa's largest elephant populations. However, international trade in ivory remains restricted under the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, commonly known as CITES. Dube believes communities like his should benefit more from the country's wildlife resources. He says greater benefits could help support families affected by human-wildlife conflict.
Okuyikuthi ngizibuza kabili ukuthi kati ikakhulu njengendlovu kati izolo kusese yilaba abantu ababesithathele umbuso wethu ungani bona babezihafula ngoba indlovu eziphakathi lapha aziyenzi kulama groups uyathola lapha igroup lapha uyabona la ukuthi le ikhanya yonke le group le ngabantu abayo ubone laphana 50 ngale engcenyo zabona 80 uyezokuzibala zifike 80 lokho ungakubalanga amathole so ukuthi kube lo mthetho onqabela ukuthi zithathelwe inyathelo angazi ukuthi umthetho lo phela kawula sehelo mina ngithi nxa ihulumende ibiyicela ukuthi zihafulwe hamboni ukuthi bekulohluku loba ukuthi impondo lezo zithengiswe umhlangano nje sike sawungena ngiyabona kabili konke uzanywa ukuthi khulunywe ngendaba nale yokuthi ama ivory athengiswe kuyangizwisa ubuhlungu nxa kuthiwa impondo zingathengiswa angazi ukuthi akulalungelo njani kodwa izolo phela sikhula thina sila laba nabantu babe bebulala intando yabo lapha ngama April May June ekupheleni kwakwejuni iyabe siphelile ikhalini leyo kudutshulwani indlovu ngileqiniso lokuthi babethatha zona impondo phela lezikhumba angazi ukuthi namhla yibapha sebesala qiniso lihle impondo ngabe bayavumela ihulumende izami plane ngaba khona umhlangano liyabuya linithathe lami nizakhuluma engikubonayo ukuthi kumele kwenziwe lo besala kodwa ke kuyaba kumele kwenziwe ngoba angithi abalimeleyo banenge phela lo Elliot uchiya abantwana.
Dube's story is one of many. Between 2019 and September 2025, human-wildlife conflict claimed 376 lives and left another 461 people injured across Zimbabwe. Communities also lost cattle, donkeys, and goats. In response to the growing challenge, the government has launched the National Human-Wildlife Coexistence Strategy aimed at reducing conflict while ensuring communities living alongside wildlife share more in the benefits of conservation. For families like Dube, the hope is that these efforts will lead to safer communities, stronger livelihoods, and a future where people and wildlife can truly exist. For Vic Falls Live, I am Nobutaba Dlamini.